Presidential Plain. It's a map hated by many, and in my experience, a lot of people just play like complete fools when they end up there. For being such a narrow map, there's actually quite a bit of depth to what goes on in there. I don't claim to be an expert, but here are some of the strategies that I've been employing that have helped my team and I dominate on it quite frequently. The kitchen. There is a corner in the kitchen that you can fit into and slip next to the wall, being almost invisible to anybody entering the hallway. Both doorways leading into it are the same direction from you, and if you have some patience, you can line up that perfect shot to put them down with just a few bullets. Resist the urge to peek, then when they start breaking down the door, just let them think the room is clear. On a mic'd up team, this is only going to work once, but if the other team is a shield bro, this is a perfectly easy way to take them down without any hassle at all. Hiding out here with smoke has been immensely useful in particular. Drop whoever you need to into the room and then smoke whatever doorway necessary so you can make a clean getaway. As an attacker, I would always have a hard breach, be it Thermite or Hibana, and one other teammate enter from the roof of the plane as long as the objective isn't in the basement. I would recommend tossing a drone down first, obviously, since otherwise you'd have no idea what you're dropping into. Preferably have one or two claymores between you so you can lay them down on the ladders leading to your floor, limiting the directions the defenders can come from to counter you. Think about it. On plane, there are very limited options as far as breaching into a room, no matter the objective. The defenders have very few doorways and walls to watch, so even if you don't have much intention of dropping in from the ceiling at all, opening it up forces the defenders to pay attention to it, leaving another spot possibly exposed. Plenty of times you'll find that the last defender or two isn't in the room or prioritize the doorway instead of the ceiling anyways, so it's an easy objective to take at that point. It also means that whatever attackers you have on the main floor have one less direction they need to worry about, letting them focus solely on the objective. The same theory holds true on the same floor as the objective. Since the defenders have a room with relatively few sightlines, do as much as you can to poke as many holes as possible into their room. If you can get viewing angles from multiple sides, at least a couple of the defenders seem to lose their nerve and try to peek, letting you whittle them down bit by bit. When you're defending, Glaz is just going to shoot you from the wing of the plane outside through the tiny little plane windows. Just expect it, stay low, and limit your movement in his line of sight as best you can, or he'll wipe your team without needing to actually enter the plane. Sometimes he can still see and shoot you even when you're prone. There's really just not a lot you can do about it. Barbed wire is especially great on the plane. The entire map is super narrow, and a lot of the time the attackers will either need to deal with the barbed wire, which you will hear, breach through a wall, which you'll hear, or go to a different floor entirely. If set up correctly, it'll be pretty rare you get surprised by an attacker on the map at all. And this is a map where I'd recommend having an aggressive defending style, at least for most on your team. Keep one or two defenders in the objective, but otherwise do your absolute best to control the rooms closest to your objective with an iron grip. An entire facet of attacking is gone on this map, which is coming through the windows, so as a defender you should be taking advantage of that. You now have fewer things you need to think about while defending, so why not push the attackers from one of the only angles that they have? Anyways, that's all I've got for this video. The Presidential Plain is a tricky map and forces you to adopt a different philosophy when playing on it. I don't, however, quite have the hate for it that a lot of people seem to. It forces me to play out of my comfort zone, and at the end of the day, I'm a better player because of the lessons I've learned here. If you have any other tips for the plane, let me know in the comment section. If you like this thing you just watched, maybe subscribe. If not, make sure you tell your friends that I suck. And as always, thanks for watching, I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.